Hello, welcome back to my channel. Hi, it is I, Oderano, Princess Paco, who wanted to be happy with you, and I'm back with part 3 of my love letter to the lovely Nigeria. So, in case you haven't noticed, these are pre-recorded, so I'm assuming Valentine's Day has passed this week by the time I upload this video. So happy Valentine's Day after the fact. Hope you did whatever you're supposed to do. Part 3. Dear Nigeria, I love you because I found myself in you by traveling to so many nooks and crannies of your beautiful country. Oh, you the beautiful country. I gained exposure and enlightenment. You know, there's something to say about traveling. Everyone knows that when you travel, you learn. It's like the biggest form of exposure. And I understand that Nigerians are so obsessed with traveling out of the country. So I guess for me, as an American, traveling to Nigeria is exciting for me. Like, more than just exciting, it's exhilarating. I get this thrill every time I go somewhere new, somewhere I haven't been, you know, somewhere I've read about, and then I actually get to be there. I love traveling, and I don't mind traveling around Nigeria. If traveling around Nigeria is, you know, my bucket list, I'm so happy to do that. I love traveling, and traveling around Nigeria is as beautiful as it gets. I just think it's so weird how people haven't traveled around the whole 36 states and the FCT, but they're so eager to discover other places. I want to discover my own, you know, before I start discovering the world, because how else would you know what to look for? You know what I mean? Traveling also made me more aware of so many things, and tell you guys a couple stories about my travels around Nigeria. I have been to, I think I've been to like 22 states in Nigeria. Let's count it. Let's see. I've been to Anambra, Adamawa. I don't know the song because I didn't do primary school here. Bauchi, because I took a bus trip from Yola to Abuja, and the bus broke down with my boyfriend that year, so we stayed in one Bauchi motel. Oh my god, if my mom is watching this, I'm in trouble. We would send my mommy the link for this video. How about that? How about that? What's after Bauchi? I've actually been to Borneo when I went to Chibok. That's an interesting story. Benue? Where else have I been? Let's start with the B. How many is that? I've been to Cross River. Plateau. Also had an accident and stayed in a Just hotel for that night, so that counts. Imo, we're not doing it alphabetically anymore because this is how I remember it. Katsina, because my best friend's from there. One of my best friends. Kaduna, Niger State, Nasarawa, because like if you've been to Abuja, like you've been to Nasarawa. Abuja, does that count? Lagos, because I've lived here almost 15 years. Whoop whoop. Oyo, Ekiti, Ondo, Onshu. Edo, when I went to Benin City for my friend's wedding. Delta, Rivers. So I guess that's 20, not 22. Oh, I'm ashamed of me. Oh, well, I've been to 20 out of 36 states, and I can tell you guys, Nigeria is gorgeous. Yo, I just recently went to Port Harcourt and I took a local boat to Bonny Island. Listen, I promise you, the mass that is Lekki Expressway, literally from one end to the other, was on the water in the middle of Rivers State. Do you know what that is? Like, Rivers was already big. I've already mapped out Lekki Expressway in Port Harcourt, but on the water, like, it goes to show you how large Nigeria is. It was beautiful. I've been to the north, gorgeous greenery. I've been to Benue, gorgeous, like just large spaces of land that is so beautiful. It literally takes my breath away. I'm always so proud, whether it's the north, whether it's the middle belt, whether it's south, like for the fact I'm still calling myself Nigeria. I as long as it lasts, you know, I'm still proud of all the corners of it. So let me tell you a few stories about how traveling expanded my worldview. The beginning of my travel, well, not the beginning, because you know I used to travel with my mom. I was in secondary school and uni, to the east now, small places. But I think I've been to Port Harcourt with her before. I've been to Benin with her before, but I was young, so I don't remember, and that doesn't count. My Chibok story. So in 2015, right after my darling youth service, I told myself that yeah, I'm ready to pay my dues as a journalist. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna hustle this hustle and make it out on top. I was working with Iroko, doing Vox Pop, getting paid like 10K. And I told my mom, like, I don't want to be sucked down that hole that is entertainment journalism. No, I want to tell hard-hitting stories, and I want to go to dangerous places. Not exactly, just exciting places. Like I laugh in the face of danger. There, I said it. I just love an adrenaline rush. I love things that are out of the norm, what people are not doing. And entertainment journalism, everybody and their mama's doing it. Everybody that read mass comm is doing it. I wanted to do serious journalism, so I told my mom, and as my God would have it, in September I got a call from my former colleague who asked me how would I feel about going to Chibok for a fee. I'm like, girl, you had me at going to. You didn't need to tell me where we're going. I'm ready, bags packed. I told my mom, and she had this. She was like, yeah, that's what you wanted, but does it have to be Chibok? I'm like, come off it, mom. We can't be scared. Aren't we children of God again? I went to Chibok. I was the youngest journalists. These were like people in their 40s. They've written for all sorts of sleepy newspapers. They know their onions. But I was with them. The first time we went, they gave us the run around, and they didn't let us into Chibok with it. By the way, we stayed at a hotel where Shekau and his sheriffs, I can't remember the name of, then I knew the name, but his deputies stayed in the hotel we stayed in when Boko Haram took over Askiruba, and the caretaker of the hotel showed us the bullet holes and everything. And of course, they said Shekau sat on the king's throne, which was just up the road from our hotel. We took a walk there afterwards, but yeah, I stayed in a hotel that was ridden with bullet holes. I mean, the whole trip from Yola Airport to Askiruba and getting to Chibok, we saw so much destruction. It was horrible. Where we tried to get into Chibok, the second day, because first day we got there late, the second day we got there, tried to go into Chibok. We were there to interview families of the missing girls, and Army gave us run around. They said we should go there and talk to chief of Army staff, yada yada yada. We traveled again. That they said the guy is not around. We should get it. It was. And so we're like, okay, we're journalists, we're gonna adapt. So we found a way to bring the families out, spoke to them, and our assignment was initially for a week, but because of all the complications and everything, we couldn't get to everybody. So they asked, who wants to stay longer? Guess who rose her hand up? Guess. So me, the photographer, and the cameraman stayed back and did more interviews, and we went inside. I did some more traveling. We went to these like mountain tops around Madagali, I think, and the bridge had been blown up. People were walking down. It was ridiculous. We climbed to these hills. I braided my hair on top of the hills, and I saw the whole like plateau. I think the Mambila plateau there. It was gorgeous. I think I have some pictures. We got back to our hotel, and our friends in Chibok came to our hotel to tell us that soldiers were looking for us because they said they were looking for stubborn journalists that didn't take the hint when they sent us away. So we packed up our crap that night and ran to Yola town to go and rest because, you know, as venturous as we are, when soldiers are looking for you, run. So we went back to Yola. That was trip one. So we went back the second time, and we didn't want to be seen. We didn't want to be obvious. So we dressed down, didn't use the big white bus anymore, and wore jalabi and all of that. And they took us in little cars into Chibok village. I went in through the back. you know. And we slept there. We slept amongst the stars, and literally my dear host, Madam Yana, God bless her soul, her daughter unfortunately was not amongst one of those that were returned, so we're still praying for her safe return. But Madam Yana hosted us under the stars on a little mat with mosquito coil. It was so lovely to look into the stars. She's like, "Oh, this is the back of Sambisa Forest." I'm like, "No, stop, really?" There, just there, like not far from where it was. So I'm like, "Can I go in?" No, okay. So on that same trip, we went inside before the group came and we did the undercover thing. We went inside another village to go do some interviews before like more people came in, and our rickety car broke down in the middle of because like you would go off the road into the bush to get to where this village was. So in the middle of, I think it was rainy season too, that was another thing. So in the middle of all the mud, our car broke down. This was like 5 p.m. Y'all know the sun goes down real quick. So we're like, okay. And there's no network. I think it's only like Airtel works, and just barely. So definitely inside the bush there was no service. And our driver, oh God bless his heart, they said Boko Haram killed him some time ago. So that's so sad. Adamu, God bless his heart, he spoke no English, but he could rap in English. He was my G. Oh my God. He could rap every hip hop song in English, but he spoke no English. So that was interesting. So he was just cursing in Hausa. Wonderful, wouldn't you say that? None of the four of us, me, the photographer, the doctor, and the videographer, could not speak Hausa. So he was just cursing and trying to use our normal sign language to communicate. This car isn't starting. We're like, okay, whatever, but we have to get out of the bush. We're not going to be in the bush in the dark. So we walked to the main road, the tarred road. So we walked to the tarred road and, looked left and right and said, okay, it's getting dark. Let's figure out what we're going to do about this now. And we tried to hitchhike. We tried to stop some people. They're just looking at us like, yeah, we ain't sure you ain't Boko Haram. We ain't stopping for y'all. Like one car literally like drove. We were not near him, but he literally like drove the opposite way. Like, don't get any funny ideas, okay? And we're like, okay. That's how we started walking. I think we walked about 200 or 20. I think we walked about 20 kilometers into the night. We were not found till like 8 p.m. And I was there singing my Christian hymns to keep me upbeat, and I was laughing, you know me, like even in the face of danger. Now, why was it dangerous? Because before we went in, we made friends with all the soldiers on the checkpoints because of how much we were traveling. So as we were going into this side, the soldiers there warned us that, oh, we should come out quickly because Boko Haram had attacked behind the village we had gone to. So we're like, okay, and then we got stuck. So it's like, okay, we don't know if Boko Haram is going to come out any second. There's a curfew. There was a curfew in the Northeast in 2015. So we're not even supposed to be outside after 7. That's one part. And then it was pitch black and we couldn't call anybody. So the doctor was crying. She said she has kids. She don't want to die like this. The men, they were just quiet. I'm sure like they saw their whole 9 lives flashing before their eyes. They didn't say anything, but that doctor, man, she was wailing. So I left her because I didn't need all the negativity. And I was like, this is so, and I was chasing after our driver because I'm like, he knows where he's going. So I'm gonna stick with him. If anything meets us, I should be good. And I'm like, this is so exciting. I think I made some snaps that were not posting, but I eventually posted them. And it was like, it was a thrill. I won't say it was fun. It wasn't fun to not know what the hell you're going to meet in front of you, but it was an adventure. And around that 8 o'clock, I just saw a flashlight from the left hand inside the bush. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's going down. And I wasn't scared, honestly. Like I didn't, even as I saw that flashlight, I didn't feel a wave of fear. I said, let's see how it plays out. And these guys climbed out of the bushes from both ends with guns and charms around their neck. And then our driver was rapping. He's like, oh, I'm showing his mind. I was like, oh, okay, I can finally talk to. Ooh, and he's rapping. And the guy like, you guys are from Lagos? We're like, such good English. He's like, okay, hold on, just open your bags, stay still. And we stood still. So apparently they're walking around us with charms to make sure we ain't got no explosives. They searched our bags, like, okay, let's go. And then they led us, they kind of like escorted us to the nearest village. We finally saw a light bulb and we slept in a hut. It's some kind family, God bless them wherever they are. They gave us one of their huts in their compound to sleep in, 5 of us to sleep in one hut. And of course that was not happening, so we mostly just sat up and spoke about how much of a close call it was, and it was interesting. So with that trip, obviously it was a research trip, so I learned about Chibok people, I learned about the area, I learned about their lifestyle, I learned so much, you know. And I learned, that was the trip that I would kind of say gave me the emotion to be the person I am today, to not just think about my immediate environment and the things that concern me, but kind of like think about other people. Because I'm like, this same Nigeria, yo, they don't have NEPA poles. So you're there crying, NEPA has not brought light all day or what, they don't have. So NEPA is not bringing light. Like basically they're hot, they live in huts really. NEPA is not, there's no running water, their kitchens are outside, their toilets are outside. In 2015, you know, and I remember when that documentary about Makoko came out, the BBC one came out, everybody was like, oh, why would they show that kind of Lagos? That's poverty porn. Hello, that's your reality. I feel like a lot of people stay in Lagos and they're just so stuck on how Lagos is. They think Lagos represents Africa. Unfortunately, we're the lucky few. We're the lucky few. Most of Africa stays without running water. You know, most of Africa is in darkness, perpetually in darkness, no hope of generator. Literally, they used to charge their phones in one place. That one guy has generator, and that's where everybody charges their phone at night. So it opened me up to have a lot of compassion and to think about other people. I would really say that's when my care, like to do something for Nigeria, came from. Because I'm like, 2015, people have not seen flushing toilets. They've not seen running water. No, it has to change whenever I get to power. You know, yeah, I just felt it was so ridiculous. People, 2015, were they not, like Tesla was already running, right? Like everyone's already trying to make people land on the moon, live on the moon, or live in some Mars or something. Flying cars are being tested. Electric cars are definitely a thing, and people don't have running water. It blew my mind. So that trip was really interesting and representative of how much exposure you can get about so many other things. I think coupled with my Western education and Western exposure, understanding how the other half of the world lives, it was really insightful, really deep, and unlocked a new side of me, and definitely unlocked a deeper level of love for Nigeria. So I think I've spoken too much. This is probably going to be the longest video, but please watch it. Watch, like, share, subscribe. I think that's watch, share, watch, like, share, watch, like, subscribe, and share. Watch, like, subscribe, and share this video. I remain your very own Princess Paco, and this was part 3.